Hey gang, it's Joyce. Just a quick update. I've been working on this most of the day. Probably should not have taken me this long, but I don't have any experience. I don't have all of the right tools, and so I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants. But I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. Let me show you. This is my corner post for my perimeter fence that is now freestanding. I did it without any brackets, just I think it's an 1.5 inch by 6 foot piece of fiberglass post that I got from Greg Judy over the weekend at the grazing school. He and Ian Mitchell Ennis were just absolutely phenomenal. There's only so much you can see on YouTube. It just really came alive by being there live. Anyway, I digress. So basically what I did on the fiberglass post, I marked it and scored it with a hacksaw to be able to get a 45-degree cut. Now, as you can see when you look up close, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. And I had to mark it with those two dark lines to remember where the top was. It did twist while I was putting it in the ground, so that's why I've got this great big old plumber's wrench to twist it back. As you can see, there's the bolt up here to tie the two T-posts together, and the bolt at the bottom to tie the two T-posts together. And then I took a 1.75 by 5.5 and estimated what the 45-degree angle distance would be. And then let me see if I can come back around here without too much trouble. And basically what I did was I cut a notch on the side, and I cut a notch, you can see that here, at the tip. Let me go back around to the other side, maybe you can see it better. And I cut the tip of it off at an angle, and then I took I think it was a 2-inch by 1/4 bolt, and then bolted it through. I wasn't, the posts tend to twist a little bit, which I don't think is a problem, but I couldn't get the lock washer on there. But I was able to get it down tight, and I don't think I'll need the lock washer. And you can kind of see how the pole itself bent a little bit. I think it twisted because, as you can see, there's a dying dead tree there, and I think I hit some roots. But here are the tools that I used. Well, I didn't really use the 8-pound sledge because I couldn't handle it, so I just used a 2-pound hammer and a drill, and an impact wrench is over here, and then the plumber's wrench. And I used that speed square for marking the 45-degree angles. I did most of the cutting with that little hacksaw and used the I-beam level to try and get my 45 degrees worked out. Regrettably, my inexpensive T-post puller is just a tiny bit too small for the 175s. So I'll be pounding those in by hand with the sledge, but I can use it for the 1.5 inch, and it's great for the metal T-posts on my sheepfold. So anyway, that's what I got done today. Those are the tools that I used it. You know, if you just ask for wisdom and you stop and you think and you try to determine what you want, where you want to go. You figure out where you're at, what tools you have. You can always figure out a way to make it work. And I'm a pretty stout gal, and I can make the top of that move just a little bit and flex. But on this long run against the fiberglass, it's not really going to go anywhere. I don't care if a couple of coyotes jump on that fence, it's not moving anywhere. So I'm real pleased with how that went. And next step is putting in the line posts, shoring up the other corners, and running wire. Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, we may just have a perimeter fence in the next few days. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Till then, don't forget to thumbs up, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye now.